Hello, this is Christopher Robbins again. We wanted to help you understand how to submit articles to the Get Published section of Familius.com. Again, the point of this is to take content from our books, take content that complements our books, or take content that we think would help families be happy and publish it in such a way that Familius aggregates more and more content for an interested audience in what you have to say. So first, if you are logged in, all you have to do is click on your name. And we've had different tutorials on how to create a profile. Now that we have one, we can submit content. So I click on Christopher Robbins here in the upper right hand corner, and I get to my profile. Now, if you have been authorized to create and submit content to Familius.com, on the right hand corner you will have these green boxes: post blog, post article, post video, and proposals. That is for book proposals. Now, if you don't have these, simply email me and let me know what area you would like to be a frequent contributor to, and we will set that up for you. In this case, we'll focus on article. So I click on post article. And I will come to this page, which is the page of articles that you already see on Familius.com, except that it has an administration aspect to it up here in the left-hand corner. Yours will look a little bit different than mine because I'm an administrator for Familius.com, and you will be a submitter. You will want to click on Add Article. Click on Add Article, and you'll come to a blank page. And say we want to give your article a title. That would be the title section. The article that I'm going to submit will be Teenagers and Drivers Licenses. Then I will simply cut and paste an article from some word processing program that I have. I happen to use Microsoft Word, and I paste it. Oops, that's only partial of the article. So I grab that article and I copy it and I paste it here. And now my article is pasted in this editorial field. Now you can edit your article and do a number of things: bold, italics, underline. It's very similar to any other word processing program that you have. You can format it, underline it, and I recommend that you do not worry about links right now or embedding images or things like that. Let's focus on just the text. Now, once that is there, you want to make sure that you have your title, and you want to go to the page metadata. Now, the page metadata is where you give it a description that can show up in search engines and keywords that help search engines find and identify your content as it relates to other people's searches. In this case, I'm going to pick the first sentence, and I'm going to use that as my metadata description, and I am going to simply put teenagers, and I'm going to put drivers licenses and cars and keys. I could use any keyword that I thought might be associated with teenagers and parents and the relationship and getting their children driver's licenses. Then instead of hitting submit here, I'll go back and I will look at the categories. Now again, yours will be a little bit different. You won't have this is published or include in feed aspect excuse me, because Familius will be the one to review the submission and then accept it for publication. What you will have is these categories, and say in case these categories for this article has to do with parenting, and it has to do with education, and that's probably, maybe it has to do with comedy as well. Once I've chosen those, again, you won't have these. I'm just going to unclick those so it doesn't publish right now, and you won't have this start time as well. And I hit submit. Now that article is now entered into the system, and as an admin I will receive an email telling me that you have submitted an article for review. You will receive an email that lets you know that the article has been submitted. Once I receive my email, I simply go to edit drafts. I can see that article is there, teenagers and driver's licenses. I click on that, I read it, I think perhaps it needs some formatting, perhaps it needs a little bit of editing, But on the whole, it looks wonderful because you're such a fantastic writer and have important things to say. I might add a photo to it, and once I'm finished, then I will click is published, and I will give it a time to publish. After that, I'll hit save and preview. You can see here's the article. It says it's by my name. We can share it, and there could be comments from a community on it, which is a really fun way to see what people are saying about your content. Now, what you will want to do once content is published, and you will receive an email that lets you know that it has gone live, is you want to share that link, which is at the very top of the page, with your own social media so that people can link to it and discuss it and find it interesting. So, in the next tutorial, we'll focus on how to post a blog.